Let's get it started.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing another crazy project. Is painting this car, which is the last car in this household that has not been custom painted just yet. The other two are already outside. I pushed them a little bit further away so they don't get any spray on. I'm gonna be doing actually a live stream there on the corner as well, so I'm gonna start that. That's why I also look very funny. I'm gonna have a first-person view for you. I'm gonna, glue it all together, mash it up, mix it up, and then boom, magic. But yeah, the first day I spent on just cleaning it very nicely, very thoroughly cleaning it. The car has 135,000 miles, so cleaning is a very major part, as you can imagine in this case especially. I just did as good of a job as I could. Obviously it's never going to be perfect after 135,000 miles, but who cares, that's fine. And then day two I spent on masking it. This is the most painful and not really fun part of a project, so there is no reason to film it. It's really boring even on film, believe me, but it's very important to get all the corners, all the edges very straight and very nicely and accurate, as precise as possible. Believe me, that's going to be very important later on. So I literally spent pretty much whole day on this yesterday because I've been working on this by myself alone. Nobody's been helping me this time. And yeah, as you can see, that tape sometimes does not cooperate because it's a very gentle painter's tape. It doesn't stick that well, but oh well, that will do. Right now we're gonna start painting. Let's just start with the first batch and see how it goes. The bumper being painted separately just for a better precision around the edges and corners and all those inside curves. I like to detach the bumper just to give it a little bit more of a flexibility from quality perspective. All right, let's jump right into it. Now I do have a couple clamps going on there. That's simply because I'm gluing some part on the inside. This design is 2014 Tesla Model S. It's very different from my daily driver 2018. On the inside they changed a lot of things for the better. Here a lot of items on the inside of a bumper they attached with a glue, which is glue is never a good idea, especially in automotive industry where there's a lot of vibration, car is shaking, there's bumps, all those road imperfections. You're just waiting for a ticking bomb for something to fall off, and of course it didn't. There's a couple brackets that literally fell off as soon as I took a bumper off, so I'm placing them on a very, very strong permanent glue. Again, I know glue is not the best solution, but what else can I do? On the new bumpers it's structural parts, here it isn't, so I'm doing the best I can. So I already removed the middle part, I detached it. So what I'm gonna do is I just kind of sort of primed it, I guess. I'm gonna be coloring this part into the body color. As you can see, this is supposed to be chrome. I don't like chrome, so I'm getting rid of all the chrome. So this will be painted the body color, the bumper will be the body color, and the frame around it, there's a little chrome edge going around it. That will be black. So I will have a black accents throughout the car. So later on, I'm not going to be painting the door handles, but I'm going to be chrome deleting them by a wrap. So I'm going to be removing all the chrome pieces, all those pieces around the mirror, all around the edge over here. That's all going to be a gloss black. And the car will be a different color. We will see in a second which one will it be. That little piece also on the bottom, I'm not even bothering to cover it because this piece is sort of like a standalone. It will be very easy to peel off, so no worries about that. And after I will paint it, I will peel it off and then I will chrome delete with a wrap, again gloss black wrap. And the other change I'm making to the car is on a pre-refreshed Tesla Model S, so everything older than 2016, the bottom, the side skirts, those little guys, they are not matching the body color. They always just a plastic black, which I don't like. I think it's a very outdated design, all that part. So I'm going to be painting that in the same color as the body, so it's going to be perfectly matching. And then in the middle, like I said, there will be gloss black accents. Hopefully it will work out great. We'll see. How stupid that beard looks. Very. The answer is very. Anyway, let's get started. Look, the mixer is still dirty from my previous job. Focus, focus, focus. Anywho, let's get started. This was only 1 gallon. There's 3 more to go. Alright, I'm almost done. So, I have about, I want to say a quarter of a gallon left. A gallon of Allen. And so, what you should be doing with the last quarter of your gallon, just last, half a round of your bottle, whatever, spray bottle, you will have some of the wet touch points, meaning where your painter's tape possibly might touch the actual paint. This is what you do. If you know, like for example here it touches the fender, which is supposed to be painted, and you don't want to mess with that paint, what you do is literally spray it one more time, do just one round, one line that actually will touch both of those panels. This will liquefy the paint, even underneath, even the older layers. And then you have like, I don't know, 20 seconds. You immediately, carefully, slowly peel it off. And that way, because the paint gonna be kind of liquefied, you're not gonna rip and like pull the whole thing while doing that. So, wet, peeling off, okay? That's only when it's touching. Like when you see a big gap like here, for example, between the window and the trunk, you don't need to worry about it. You can just take it off and it's not gonna do anything. As long as it's a two not connected panels, you don't worry about it. If it's two very close or connected panels, just be extra careful and do the wet one. Just again, do one line, quick line, and then slowly peel it off. If there is a tension and you can see that it's kind of starting to like maybe peel off the paint that you don't want it to peel off, do a little bit more of a wet round and then peel it off, and it's gonna work just fine. So I'm gonna walk around right now, do my last check just to make sure there is no weird spot that like, oh my gosh, I forgot to paint the hood, you know, something like that. Just make sure everything looks good, and I'm gonna start slowly, just do the, you know, the sweat round peeling off, and we might see an end result soon. How about that? How about that? Not long, not too bad for like 2 days of work. Jesus Christ. But yeah, hopefully it's worth it, right? All right, let's find out. Alright, it's the next day and we're gonna continue working on the car. So this is how it looks right now. This is the front. As I was explaining, the center is gonna be matching with the rest of the body, and this is gonna be chrome deleted, the black, that's a gloss black. You can probably see quite a few fingerprints here and there. That's just a little dirt from me touching with my greasy fingers the bumper, trying to install it. But that's not the paint. That doesn't look that bad, as you can imagine. That's just me messing around with it too much. Anywho, so right now I installed back the chrome pieces around this. So if you remember, I removed this for ease of painting. I just, you know, was too lazy to very carefully mask it. So right now I installed it back and we're gonna do a chrome delete. So, and I'm gonna show you the process of doing that. So for my chrome delete needs, I'm using the company called Nicola Pro. The only reason, they're all practically the same, to be honest. I mean, they're all using 3M, well, not all, probably most of them, but still very similar companies. There's plenty of them on the internet, so I'm not sponsored by this or anything. I do like them. I had a couple of questions which I reached out to them, and support was very fast, very good, so shout out to them. You're doing a good job. And another very good reason why I picked this company over the other ones, they offer, whenever you order a car set, right, they give you a double set in case you mess up, which is probably, you know, happens quite a lot. So instead of, you know, people reaching out like, hey, can you send me just this piece because I messed it up, like, and they charge you like $2 for it or something, you know, because it's not really cost that much. What they do is they simply give you everything of two. You know, every single sticker they give you two. And since I have two Model S, which is, although they're slightly different, but this parts, the chrome parts, is identical. So this is the leftovers from my car, which I did my chrome delete, and this is a full set. So if I'm not gonna mess up anything, which let's hope I won't, because I already have a little bit of experience, I should have here a full set practically for free. So if you're in an interesting situation like me, you have two Model 3s, two Model Ys, whatever, like two same cars, you get my idea. Or maybe you have a friend with the same car. It's a very good option to do, you know. They're already very reasonably priced, and this makes it half price pretty much. So, alright, they also include all those video instructions on how to do it, like properly, not like me. So I'm showing it just for the purpose of vlogging and hey, this is my experience. Don't do what I do, okay? Just don't. I'm just showing my experience, nothing else, nothing more. If you need the proper ways to install it, just go to their website. They have a bunch of like instructions and stuff. So do that instead of watching this video. But first, finish watching this video, watching at me, trying to, you know, with my crooked hands to install it on this car and try to make this project somewhat finalized. All right, let's install it. Let's go. All the pieces are labeled also, that's what I kind of like. First letter D stands for driver's side. This means trim around the window. And well, one, I guess, is the first piece, first step. You just Some of them go in order, some of them don't matter, but just in case, I would suggest to follow the order, and also the arrows, like where it should be pointing at, so you know what I mean. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but they also have a very nice videos, you know, if you don't know what you're doing. Alright, let's start it. And all those parts are pre-cut, so you don't have to peel the whole thing at once, just piece by piece, so it's nice and easy. Nice and easy. Don't press too firmly just yet, wait until you kind of spread out, because if you made an issue, like mistake with the angle, you can still, you know, peel it off and correct it. That's why they include 2 pieces of each, so if you mess it up, but don't mess it up, save the other set. Don't press firmly just yet, so just continue going, and only later on when, okay, it looks good, everything is you're happy about, then start pressing it. I hope that makes sense. Don't stretch it too much, because especially in a hot weather like in Florida here, the film gets very stretchy, so if you pull too hard, you're actually gonna change the dimensions of it, if it makes sense. So be careful, don't apply too much power, be gentle. Also, squeegee is your friend in all the tight corners. You can just go around, don't use your nails or anything like that, just or knife, don't be stupid, use the squeegee. I believe it's included in the set with this, but I already had quite a few of them, so it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, don't scratch your paint with anything metal or anything like that. Just use the included squeegee and that's it. You know, do it properly. This film will last you for a very long time. It's not like this poopy paint that I just did. That will not last you a while. So it doesn't really matter if you do a good job, but this, I honestly fully expect it to last the life of a vehicle, so, you know, try to make it look nice for yourself. You will appreciate it. And then you just kind of folding those cut-off ends, folding them in. Alright. Here it's okay to use your finger, because your finger is soft and will go into all those, you know, little crevices, so that's fine. You might as well use squeegee, but be careful even with squeegee, because, you know, if you apply too much pressure, even squeegee could be a pretty hard tool, so be careful. Just, you know, use a reasonable amount of power. It's just a film, you don't have to, you know, be a Hulk to do that, so be reasonable. Ooh. See, wave, a little bubble. We can get rid of that. There you go. It's all gone. And you see, even me trying to explain how to do it. Remember when I told you not to do the way I do it? I say it for a reason, because even me, I already folded the corners. And guess what? I forgot to remove the protection layer. It's not a big deal, I guess. I didn't go too far, but still. This protection layer only comes on gloss. So there's a black satin, black matte, and black gloss. Only in the gloss one you will have this. So if you have anything else, don't worry about it. On the gloss, this is your last step. But it should be not before folding all the corners, because then you might complicate removal of this. So kind of, you know, think about your steps first. Don't just do it and then be like me, okay? Ta-da! The first piece is done. Now we just have to repeat the process about 1 million times, and that's it. That's all it takes. Overall, I think it's gonna take about 2 hours, honestly, if you're not in a crazy rush and if you actually take your time and being careful, like, you know, you should on your own car. I would say 2 hours, but hey, it's worth it, and like I say, it's gonna last for a very long time, so I would recommend it. All right, I'm gonna show the rest of the process in a little bit more speed up manner, because you already kind of know what to do, so plus you don't really need to learn anything from me anyway, so let's just go through it. how easy it is to peel off the Plastidip. Let's find out. I would like to chrome delete these handles instead of Plastidipping them. I don't want them to match the body color. I want them to be black gloss. But first, we really need to get rid of the Plastidip here. And as you can see, it's not the best job at all. When I was painting it, I was mentioning that you have to get a solid coat so that you can actually peel it off as a single piece. Without it, just rubbing my finger, you see it's like a dust, it comes off. So what I'm gonna do is try to get to the edge with some sort of like, I don't know. There you go. I have something to grab onto, and now watch what happens. A single piece. And remember, this part I didn't even purposely paint, so as you can see on top it's like really poorly covered, and it still comes out as a single piece. If it were more properly covered part, like a door or a hood, it would be one very solid just piece of plastic like this, and it's pretty strong. So anyway, I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit, just, you know, with my finger a little bit, then with some cloth, and I'm gonna chrome delete this as well. Let's do it. Alright, well, the day is over. I'm absolutely exhausted, and it's not the finished product. I haven't done the mirrors. Mirrors is by far the most difficult and the longest, well, at least in my experience. So I'm gonna leave it for another day, because right now it's pitch black outside and it's mosquito territory, and if I close the garage door I'm just gonna physically suffocate here. So that's gonna be it for tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow and we'll continue working on it. Alright, it's the next day and we're gonna continue the project. So the goal for the day is very simple, small. Not gonna be working today too much, but the goal is to finish chrome delete, and particular the mirrors, because everything else, as you can see, as I already showed you, is chrome deleted. So yeah, I think mirrors is the most trickiest ones, but they're not too difficult. Again, just follow simple instructions. I don't necessarily do that all the time, so don't do like I say, do like as the actual instruction says. But still, I'm gonna do it very quickly and let's see how it looks.
No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me, I'm losing every battle.
And the project is finally done. This is reveal time. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm glad that you made it till now. I know it's been a long video, but I wanted to share actual detailed steps how I did it, because everything I did in this video, all the modifications to the car, I've done inside this garage by myself, a single person, no special tools, nothing like that. So it's doable pretty much by anybody. If I can do it, you can do it. So hopefully you learned something, hopefully it was interesting, maybe entertaining for you, and I sure hope that you will like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, and now it's a reveal time. Let's go!